Hey everybody, sorry that, hey everybody, I apologize for this audio cutting out, but we'll go ahead and get right in. So this was the Ghostlands card, and what I got from it for Divine Masculine is that he's going within these realms that spirit can talk to him. So that's really within, and he is also approaching a spiritual maturity. This takes stages in time. We as Divine Feminine have gotten there and still have places in the Ghostlands to touch on, to uncover and not to be afraid of, okay? Also to reach more spiritual maturity. This seems like an icy place that you would be scared of, but there's still flowers, see? That added up to an 8. And here I'm just shuffling, but if you are feeling any fear, you guys, and not trusting in the universe doing its thing, trust me, it's doing its thing more than ever right now, supporting it. So also remember that fear is not from us, okay? We came from love. That's the only real thing. Alright. Hey, use your crystals. I'm just waiting for the next card to come up so I can talk about it, but I'll give you more advice while I can that spirit will guide me to give you. Alright, be in the ocean, Oceana, of your intuition. Submerge yourself. Don't act like you don't know, Divine Feminine. Don't act like you don't have the truth. Always remember, like Jesus said, he who keeps the word or hears the word, believes it, and keeps it is blessed, right, with eternal life and all that good stuff. Forgive me for butchering that verse, but I read it actually in this video, I think. So we'll see what that one, which one that one was. But that deck I just flashed is for the Divine Masculines, how he's feeling about the karmic situation. That deck is it focuses more on the darker side of feelings, the darker, lower vibe feelings. But I've realized that not so much, even though it looks bloody. He's coming out of a sadness. It was really hard to not even kid about that, not even fake it. So this first card was the Queen of Wands, I believe, or yeah, I'll zoom in a second, but that was symbolized us. See how we have dangling this little pentacle? That is like almost saying, here, come here, like almost like to a puppy, like taunting, not taunting, what is it? Enticing nicely, not so much forcefully now, because we have this trust. See, on the other side of our wand, we have piercing the veil. See how that smoke is coming through, piercing that veil, bringing in heaven into 3D. So we don't need him to come like a puppy over to us the second. We have wings, see? Let's see, I'm going to bring it closer. Anyway, that second card next to it is that offer, the cup of love, as well as what made Divine Masculine understand. This is Jesus' blood. This was for some of you, Divine Feminine. Now, religion is not of the most importance. The connection to Source is. Alright, back to this card. We have the wings. So we are also masked. And I forgot what I got from that. Angels, help me out. What would I get from the mask? Oh, the mask of ego. That is breaking also. As Divine Feminine, we also came in with thinking that we have healed wounds, purged all that we needed to. But when we get in the presence of Divine Masculine, we must feel the holiness, See only the holiness. Be only the holiness. Show him abundance. Okay, and that'll be clear. See how we're slicing through the veil, bringing in heaven from 5D. Alright, so this cup, this offer, and then we had the Four of Pentacles next, so that's the four most tangible and valuable. So this is their wish. 10 of Cups, that's what it was. Their wish, and it's also coming to them. So it's almost like when you get the Eucharist in church, if you guys are Catholic, that's the next level, and you're accepting something. And once they've accepted this offer, being their twin flame journey, their quest of love, of their own self-respect, just like Divine Feminine is not pushing, she's barely dangling this behind her. She's holding space. She's holding literally the space of that little pentacle, that little value to her. Okay, and the Four of Pentacles, Four of Values, that perfect structure of value, material realm, that is being shaped by that cup next to the left of it. That offer that they're taking in, they're saying yes from spirit, they're embracing that truth, that mission, and it's for turning their life for the better. Okay, turning it around for the better. Now see, they're opening up, turning it around for the better and opening up. That's a 4. They're opening up even if it's little cracks. Alright, you let them do it in their space, in their sense. Their perspective needs it a certain way. Understand that we are complex creatures. We have a multitude of memories that shape us, and some are not so nice, and some were out of our control. Which reminds me, something I did right of Divine Masculine is that he is facing situations currently that are outside of his control, and he's doing his best. Okay, perfect. He's doing his best to balance them out. See, so soon there will be a celebration, and a celebration within is happening and occurring. So you can now tell people that your Divine Masculine is here. He has been awakened. This is a miracle. Before, you would think people will tell you, you're crazy, get over it, get out of that. No, he is coming. He's here. See, this balance has awoken, and this is Lionsgate energy also catapulting us into allowance. See, the celebration of being, just giving it up all to God, feminine and masculine and feminine, being both sinking into who we truly are as individuals and who we are led to be and meant to be here. Retreating from who we were led to be, most likely, probably. Retreating also from karmic situations we know no longer serve us, don't work, and we've known for about a year, most of us. Really let that energy in the fire, pour it out, and don't let yourself not believe that with that energy is dissipated up away from your energy sphere, you can write down things that you feel hurt from your twin and just let it go. Also feel free to ask Archangel Michael to cut the cords from anybody, any 3D karmic things. Okay, you cannot cut cords with your twin. Do not try. That'll end up in pain. Studying time right now is like going within sacral time, personal time. As we grow from K to K-12, to 12th grade, to graduation, we study much. We have to, just like now, in order to level up, we have to study, and that is, a lot of that will be spent in separation, in the realm of your own secure, peaceful thoughts. And you have to have that time, because when it's here, it won't leave. Remember that. When you think of it that way, you're going to want all the time you can get, or that divine needs? I don't think so. And you just constantly work on yourself every day and help others. Okay, studying the way to be. Jesus was a great teacher. Like I said, this is a time for you, and he is experiencing a time for him right now. And trust in the universe, okay? See, he's going through the shadow and the valley of the shadows of death. That 4, that adds up to a 4. Third energy plus him. And understand that in this desert, we learn, in the valley of tears, and he will wander back. Later, there is an interesting card that comes up. What comes around goes around and comes back around. Okay? So trust in the universe always. Really, it's the only way. You have to laugh at things. Okay, see the enchantment also in everything and understand that they are seeing also the enchantment in themselves and around them. And in things that they want and crave, see that balance is coming out. Their feminine and their masculine within. And that is leading up to a 5, which is change. Okay, so all this change, like I say, coming home is so scary. It could be for divine masculine who's never felt, is feeling so many feels that it could be cloudy and volatile. But you know what? The thunder will stop and you will feel so much clearer after that purge, divine masculine. And you will see and understand that, hey, these changes have to happen because there are snakes in the grass out there. You may have a karmic situation, whether it be a job or another person, a female, who lied to you or straight up used you. Okay, it could be work, not seeing any happiness. Okay. 6 also clouds in love, feeling sad in love, maybe betrayal, possibly next to the snake in love. There is a 6 there, and that being the love reference. Yeah, I'm pointing out snakes could be around. Both, you have to be careful. There's many, if you're not of the light, then there are also dark workers, and they do not want twin flame unions to progress, the light, the vibe to go high, for Bible prophecies to happen. So 44, lots of 4s lately. So we both need strength. That is a strength card. We need to hold this world up. We need to glorify God, and that is your creator. Jesus card I pulled up next, and that is the peace that I have, is the peace that be with you. I believe that's what it says. So that's very important for you, divine masculine, that you understand that very meaning. What he said there is that you have that peace. We have a savior. We have a rock to stand on in this crazy storm. I wish I had zoomed in on that. I'm not sure what card that is, but it's another reassurance, that what we ask for, I think, what we pray and believe that we will have. And you have faith. It says something about you go in peace when you have faith. Okay? And it really does. If you're not mentally able to have a relationship with Jesus, then whatever it is that you use to connect to source, then that's fine. Whether it be yourself and just connecting to your intuition, that's great too. And I feel like that is the rescue card, and that it is not a bad idea to get with Jesus. That is our rescue, our way home. And I think I've heard him as the only way home, or the way. So just remember to be open-minded to that and try cleansing, if you're having trouble connecting at all. Your perception is everything, okay? You can't be in the victim mentality. You are a co-creator. All right? You're also receiving a power boost currently with the Lion's Gate and the eclipse, partial and the lunar, and the solar eclipse coming up on the 21st. Okay? So understand that this is like a nature chaos awesome up there. There is much to do and energy is needed. So you guys, we are going to get a power boost. Do what your higher self and your angels and Jesus and God are leading you to do. Okay? Don't spiral. Downwards, if anything, we're spiraling upwards. That is the design. We have the sparkle burst card now. So this is like the grand finale, the big shebang, Also dancing that dance of spirit, learning to grow. It's like morphing into a goddamn werewolf. I know, but it is eventually, and it is all. It's going to make sense because it is all part of the purpose, and that purpose was this twin flame journey, and that is to seek truth and find ourselves, even if that is in increments, small little bits, up to divine and their divinity within ourselves. We keep seeking that truth and that spirituality, and both taming that heart and that head. Okay, also divine masculine is being led slowly up and might reach out. So when he does, listen. You better listen carefully and not judgmentally. Divine feminine, this is very important. Okay? So yeah, make that detached. Oh, I thought it said detached effort, but feminine, since I was talking to you, yes. Don't reach out so much, and so, you keep shining, have that detached effort, because we are making both dedicated effort. You being detached is being dedicated effort. This is your homework. So going with that flow, and divine masculine, letting that pain, going with that flow and going within to when you go in that water, it's nothing but more pain. But dip your toe in, go slowly. Okay, feminine, keep reaching that shining point and culminating, okay? That spiritual culmination and that spiritual maturity. And we can all rejoice in that. That is the plan. Don't forget that this is all a plan, okay? If you take what Jesus has taught you, which is what you learned about this journey within your sacred heart, then you will not doubt so much, and you will really be able to laugh and call on your angels and talk to them. Be shameless about it. Call on them for everything, little and big, I've heard a reader say she calls it out for parking spots and that she gets it, Okay, now back to the forgiveness card. The next stages are going to be a lot about forgiveness. So when he comes to talk to us, be open, be forgiving, and listen to him, because a new love is emerging. We have been struck by Cupid's arrow, and no need to be fearful anymore, okay? See, that was time with God. I think it was a Luke chapter. Anyway, it talked about Jesus, them watching him walk on water and then going to him and looking for him because they couldn't find him on a boat that they brought him with, and so there was no boat anymore. So I couldn't really understand it while I was reading it on camera, but from what I got from it was basically those having faith, understanding that also the bread situation didn't come from Moses, it came directly from the Father, but Moses was used, see, just like Jesus is used. Believing also in the Son is huge, and most likely the way. And I can't say that that's the only way, but it is definitely a working way, and why, fix what's not broken and truly understand that Divine Masculine is healing aspects of himself that he's never really tamed or needed to, or societal norms told him to amplify actually, and now they're taming and they're recalibrating. They're really going back to the drawing board, back to the lab again, okay? And emerging with a new beginning, a new love, a new perspective, a new way of loving. And this might blow their own minds away because they want to be this chivalrous new man emerging, and it doesn't mean that they necessarily are trying. It is emerging, like breaking out of a egg, that's very it's just time, it reaches its incubation period, and at some point pressure is just there. This pressure is coming from spirit and from within, so therefore, feminine, you can lay back right now and just not backpedal, not retrace, and not be stupid. 2112 on the clock, and understand that our time now is to be in full faith, and their time now is to be in full courage and love, both all in love. We all have to shine and not worry about what we put out in regards of wanting something in return. Okay, if you feel like you've healed certain aspects of healing, of giving, reciprocating, and not needing anything, giving for the sake of giving, this full moon also could have had an effect on many of you. But please understand that they're in a position of suspension, and whether they wanted to or not, they can't respond at the second. So if you have not understood the gratitude that you have or should have in what you have already received so far, just for yourself on a personal note and level on this journey already, growth-wise, then please recheck that in yourself so that you can further, and also pray for the collective so that we can all further establish these higher energies in this world. Now, this message is much, much more detailed than what I got in this one, this actual footage. So I'm glad this happened in a way. I'm sure it happened on purpose. So this new love is emerging as well. Okay, those are Cupid babies with arrows, and that it could be you and or us, divine feminine and masculine. Both just like, holy crap, I had just finished putting all the Legos up on my big tower of my life. And now they just got struck by these Cupid arrows. And I like them, but people around me, work-wise or even karmic relationship-wise, won't. So that is the common theme going on right now, I'm thinking. I feel it's like divine masculine is going up and buying these new shoes and realizing that as soon as they paid for them or are about to pay for them, they're not in style anymore. So now, do they go with the idea of, wow, I've been told for years and years and years that these were cool. Should I get them? Or do I take what I know and that there's something newer and better coming? The new way, there's another way, an alternative route that is meant to be, and get past this deflatedness. They haven't paid yet, so hey, it is okay, divine masculine, to change your route. Something is better. And if you have paid and you have put in time for it, this Lion's Gate is going to help you. And also Jesus has paid in full. You take action accordingly into your heart. It will tell you in that jungle of intuition, like I've told you, that force of personal growth that will monitor your growth, strip you down slowly. No one is around, no one can see. That's why you are in separation now, to be pure in you and comfortable with you and who you are. You have to be in that safe space, in that forest where you are now, kind of like the safe circle of flowers. So feminine, allow him that time. If you love him and if you love you, you would allow you this time too to fully grow. And if you love you, you would also understand that this is something that this was a thought process that I got. I thought he was so beautiful inside and out that I cried, and God told me, if he wasn't you think he's this beautiful? Would you think he's this beautiful if he wasn't beautiful to you directly? And can we just love for the sake of loving this man, this amazing creature for the way he is? Yes, we can, and that is called holding space, I believe, and that is called mission work. Light activated. Okay, you guys, 2552, and actually, that is the day I met my twin, I believe. 5252-017. That's the full number of when I met my twin. Alright, so this was the 8 of Wands, so 8 of Pentacles, I'm sorry. It could be that they are still culminating, what's the word I'm looking for? Brewing what they really want, that abundance. They're thinking of this abundance. They're in thought. They're still wishing. They're a little in fear, but they're still in complete thought of this, I believe. They're balancing, of course, because they have many responsibilities. But see, it is a time for crayons. They are going within and using their inner child, and their inner child is what is thinking about this union. And that's because it's so closely related to their highest self and their divine, perfectly balanced, settled sort of themselves and their counterpart. Okay, so in that realm, we're all talking, see, about this commitment and about this self-respect. To get to this road, we all need to make the integrated parts that are not aligned, and integrate those again. So that takes time alone, right? We couldn't do this together. It would just be so much, look at that. That's an obvious stare. It would just be too much. You need to take care of yourself and do that work at the same time separately, so that there's not so much chaos. That snow angel is the signs are with you, so it's up to you to believe. So this is also our divine masculine and the angel of alchemy experiencing a miracle when you met the Holy Spirit, you and all of the Father. All of us are starting to understand this Christ consciousness. This second coming of Christ is within our hearts as well. The Three of Fates card, adapting these three mentalities. Okay, being open, but also understanding that though his wings may look black and chipped and frilled, he is doing his work, and so is the universe. So don't down that. And it's crunch time, by the way, like the fireworks sparkle burst card. The best is yet to come. We're near the end. In the cat's deck, we got a blank card, so it's like that wild card in Uno. You get to pick when you want to do it. So use this time as time to charge your solar plexus chakra, and understand that this is a choice now where you can use this sparkle power, sparkle burst time, this sacral chakra going within time, the separation time, to really magnify, make yourself magnificent. Okay, give yourself what he always needs. And in order to know what he loves, you have to know, or to give him what he loves, you'd have to know what he loves. So observe, okay? Be his friend first. And that is the Ten of Wands, understanding. Look at, there's a lion there too. Understanding we are at a level of completion. See, so rest and reconsider is where what he is doing with this sacred time. See, understanding this opportunity is beckoning him. Universe is being relentless. Spirit is definitely knocking on him, mastering this part of himself, this hole that has been missing, this pain, mastering that, and choosing their battles, understanding that these big heads saying like, hey ego, hey heart, and hey head, I'm in charge and I am divine. This is new, but he really is telling them off, showing them who's boss. It's as if there is a lion behind him. Can you imagine? Nothing would, even these big talking butt heads won't be scared. I mean, we'll be scared because there is something roaring behind you. That is how Divine Masculine feels with your love. You are the sun. You are really the sun in his life that is leading him, leading those sproutlings up within him. And he is taking that lead, telling those parts of himself, those demons within, to take a hike because of this romance. It's worth it. It's going to be a romance of a lifetime. I don't want to say fairy tale, but yeah. Focus on the amazing blessings. I was about to say blessings that are going to happen, okay? Healing and health. Picture only abundance, no negative thoughts. And again, focus on free yourself. 3111 on the clock. Understand that numbers are all around you, trying to help you to free yourself, to get you to understand, to focus your intentions, to cleanse and purify. Surrender, even though you feel that this love offer may be cracked. There is renewal. Miracles happen, okay? Support card is all around. So trust, okay? The support is all around. Through light, fae, archangels. See, there is an archangel, a light worker from Galactic Fed, a divine feminine, fae, gnomes, fairy, divinity, angels, and native earth take carers. I keep saying that with that card, but that's how my heart sees it, you guys. So trust. Don't lose the faith. This is not the time to lose the faith. This is the time where Divine Masculine is finding their courage. They're really summoning it up with themselves. The problem is not you. You feel that they are awakening. They're here, okay? And now they're just trying to manifest this in a way that they want it. Okay, so allow them this time and respect, and just understand that loving is allowing them to have the time they need. Okay? And that is, I believe, a love card. Yes, the love card and chivalry. So he is going to come in, and he's going to come in like any other boyfriend you've ever had. Now remember, this is also a union, not a relationship like a 3D one that you know. So you also have to be, in a sense, open and understanding. If he is your twin, this won't be hard. And just remind yourself, stay out of your ego, so it's not so hard to do that. Okay, we are in the garden. We were in the garden before, and now when we made this steak with the apple, we are sacred women within them also, and we are returning back to that garden. We are bringing that heaven garden within. That garden also could be where the seeds in his heart grow, you being the sun, divine feminine, and also where that enchanted forest where he is intuitively growing and learning about the signs with his guardian angels only, that secret space within, just like that first card, that ghost lands, going in within that meditation and thinking what to clip out. See, patience and planning. 11 doesn't it look like, but that's a 7. And this mental conflicts, they are sorting out. They are deciding. My voice is hurting, guys. Ow. So that I read that from the True Love card book, and I'm not sure now which card it was. Oh, there it is, serendipity. And I guess I can read that now if there is enough time. And my voice is just terribly hurting right now. It's sharp. I'll pull some now instead of reading that, and I'll read that in the next reading. Okay, so we have detached from drama, you guys. And we have the spiritual law of attraction. So if you're waiting for something to happen, we had that card first in another reading that I want to post of spiritual contracts. to be had dealt with, okay? This is spiritual contracts as in divorce, feminine. This is also spiritual contracts within our divinity before we were born, coming in to an understanding that this has to happen and we can't give up on it, and it's not in anyone's benefit, collective or individually, to give up on this route. Use your discernment and understand that this will only bring positive change, and try and, yang it out if it is not positive right now, which I mean by yanging it out, your perspective, okay? Making it a yes perspective, understanding, accepting even the pain. Again, drink more water. You guys must drink more water. That's also me. And listen to your intuition. Take time to sit out and really just listen to what your heart or what floats in your mind from a peaceful setting, a peaceful state. Okay? So choose peace and also work with crystals. That can work very much. Okay. Let's see. We have write. So someone may write to us, but also writing what divine masculine has hurt you by, and or anyone else, any pain, and write it down and burn it. The moon energies are still, we're under them still, and it'll be okay. And it'll detach from your energy space. I'm falling asleep at the moment almost. But I really know that this entire message needs to get out to you guys. And trust, again, we have a trust card. Okay, freedom is important, and understanding that we deserve to give ourselves this freedom, whether it be giving that title back to yourself, that husband title, and saving it, because what more can we give in these days if we're not giving our body? That is something special, and you need to be open for when he comes. And even though this is a union, it does not need marriage papers. It's just a symbolic thing. But also use your discernment if you are not done with learning in certain karmic relationships. Then you know best when you'll be ready. These things come in waves. It will repeat, okay? So retreat also into nature. That'll help you understand exactly what you need. And when you come out, you'll be closer to God. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and that you and your love stayed blessed and divine. Focus upon